Welcome, collective. Thank you guys very much for joining me. I know we didn't have videos yesterday. I spent the whole day trying to get winter tires on my vehicle because the snow hit yesterday and we're getting more of it today too. So fun times, winter. All right, let's go ahead and jump into your tarot read today and we'll see what comes forward for your read, what message you guys need to hear. I'm already getting pulled to this deck of oracle cards, the wisdom oracle cards. So let's see what message comes forward. What does the collective need to hear today? Let's see. Soulmates. Blessed. Oh, this is an interesting card. Serendipity. Serendipity. It's like all those little events that kind of line up and they almost feel like luck, and one kind of leads to the next, leads to the next. I don't know if somebody has met someone who they feel like is their soulmate, and this is kind of how it came about. It seemed like almost a random series of kind of good luck events, one that led to the next. And they wound up being blessed with finding their soulmates, or if this is something that's still to come in somebody's life, go the distance, poised. I will tell you, like, somebody is looking for this. Somebody is hoping to have this kind of a soulmate connection come into their life, whether this has already occurred or whether they're still looking for it. I do feel that in that go the distance. This is what somebody wants in their life. Somebody's ready for love. They're ready for a new love to come forward. I also feel in this go the distance card, somebody's really, they've put up with it. They've had some duds, to put it lightly. They've had some duds along the way. Somebody's had a whole lot of experiences. They've had some heartbreaks. They've had things that have not gone right and not soulmate connections. I just keep feeling like somebody's ready for this kind of a blessing to come forward in their life. Peace. I also do feel like somebody's sort of found peace in who they are as a person. And I do feel like, you know, everything we go through in life happens for a reason. So whatever somebody went through with this go the distance that it represents, all the relationships and events from the past, everything did happen for a reason. And it was to take this person to a place where I feel like it's where they were comfortable in their own skin. And like really truly aware of who they are as a person, sort of what they were wanting, what they were looking for in life. This one and this top one didn't want to go in. Message in a bottle. Interesting. Mending. Happy. Okay, so for some of you, I'm not necessarily feeling like this is going to be true for all of you, but I do feel like for some of you, this sort of soulmates might actually be somebody from your past coming forward again, looking to make amends or looking for another chance, or maybe it was a love that never turned romance. Maybe it was sort of like an unrequited love, and now is a chance for this to come forward. It's funny because I have that and I know that that's there for somebody, but I'm also getting told that that is not for everyone. So I do feel like this read is actually speaking to more than a few people who are going to be going through this in their life, and some people it's going to come in a different way. Some people it'll be somebody from your past, but others I don't feel like that. Others I get told future, so that would be somebody you have not met yet. Flexible, chaos and conflict, exchanging gifts. Yeah, unfinished symphony. For some of you, it will be an unfinished symphony, a love that never quite took off the way that you were hoping it would. When things like that happen and we part ways only to eventually come back, it is because both of you were not ready to make that proper connection. And you both had to go through life experiences, learning different lessons. Being able to be comfortable in your own skin might be a huge part of that. To be able to bring that to the table here for making this a successful relationship, right? So you're not bringing any baggage forward. It might also be for them a chance to discover for themselves who they are and what they want in a relationship, where maybe if you had tried before, this person was too immature and it would have ended in heartbreak. So instead, circumstance brought you apart so that that didn't happen, so that this person could have time to mature, you could have time to mature, and when you were ready to come back together, there was the potential for this to be something big. Chaos and conflict, exchanging gifts. I want to know what a couple of these cards represent, exchanging gifts. I do feel like the two of you have a lot to offer each other. I do feel a soul connection. I do feel a match. I do feel two people who have a lot in common. But I'm trying to place that chaos and conflict and sort of where that sits to the sea. I do feel one of you had to take a very solo journey. And it may be where this chaos and conflict lies. And maybe somebody was living in a very chaotic situation when you first met, or if this is somebody who's new and from your future, this is somebody who did live in an extremely chaotic situation, whether it was something they grew up in or other relationships that they had and had to leave behind. It's where lessons were learned. And I do feel like somebody had to make that choice for themselves to leave and to walk away. Building blocks. It was part of the building blocks and moving forward to the future. It was part of those building blocks for a solid foundation of learning, maturing, and having something to bring to the table so that the two of you could come together. I do feel like it's divine timing and make something of this between worlds. Between worlds, and I have Treasure Island too. Treasure Island is definitely the two of you coming together and having this opportunity to manifest a love, to manifest a soulmate connection, to manifest a future together and something to build on. Between worlds. I got to tell you, this between worlds, I keep getting past with this. Past. I think it ties to chaos and conflict. I think for those of you who already know this person and it will be coming back around, I do feel like it speaks to sort of things were left hanging, things were sort of an in-between. It was never really finished. It was sort of like unspoken. But I keep feeling for others, this is like they're coming out of this transitional time. For those of you who this person is somebody you haven't met yet, this is somebody who is coming out of this chaos and conflict time. This is somebody who's transitioning from this sort of hermit mode of to the sea and building for themselves in the building blocks and ready to step into something new. And I think you're ready to step into something new too. You're ready to step into this new chapter of your life, right? Like we got the poise card. You're ready for action, ready to start taking action. Now we'll get a few more here. Oh, those guys. Breathe and deep knowing. Interesting. This deep knowing, I keep getting told like you're going to know. Like you're going to know. Your intuition is going to tell you when this person comes forward that this is who the tarot read was talking about. Whether this is somebody from your past coming back with this unfinished symphony, or for those of you who this will be somebody who you meet in the future, it's like you're going to know. You guys are just going to click and it's going to make sense. And to be fair, things coming back into balance. Things coming back into balance. I think you guys both paid your dues, but I think it was necessary. For those of you who are meeting back up with somebody from your past, for this soulmate connection, the two of you were not ready at that time to build a proper connection. It would not have worked. One or both of you still had life lessons to learn and some maturing to do. So that's why you had to come apart to be able to experience life on your own so that you could come back together and make it into something beautiful. For those of you who are with somebody from the future who this soulmate is talking about, somebody who you haven't met, I feel like you have both paid your dues with bad relationships to learn about who you really are and what's really important to you in a partner. It was like lessons that absolutely had to be learned. And now you are both on an even playing field. You're both mature. You're both in the same state of mind, state of heart, state of soul, and you're ready to come together now. I need a tarot deck for your read. Which deck belongs to? Okay, that is not the tarot deck I would have picked, but Spirit's the boss, so that's the one we're using today. So Spirit, please give us more clarification on this read. Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, you are feeling your Nine of Pentacles energy. This energy, she is the minor arcana version of the Empress. She's all about self-confidence and building abundance, but it's abundance that you build independently. And it doesn't always speak about money independence. This is that comfortable in your own skin. This is that finding out who you are and having that real sense of individuality and being okay with yourself. That is your Nine of Pentacles. Seven of Wands. I do feel in this Seven of Wands too, I got to tell you, I feel like one of the lessons that had to be learned was not to compromise too much and take shit from other people. I do feel very strongly that this was like setting boundaries, that this was like being assertive. And this was something that you had to learn along the way. This was one of your lessons. This might have also been a lesson that they had to learn too, but I do feel this card very strongly attached to your energy. I feel like this is part of what gives you confidence too, because you're not afraid to speak your piece in a situation or in a relationship with another person to make sure that you don't get taken advantage of. I also, like I said, from that was a lesson. So that was not always the case. That was something that you had to learn along the way. King of Cups, it is new love coming forward. And the Two of Swords, interesting. I'll tell you what I got told with this Two of Swords, and I still get told it every time I touch this card. I get told like, you don't know when this is coming. You don't know when this is coming. There's bits of this that are still going to be a mystery to you. I keep getting told who. So even those of you from the past might not know who this past person is who's coming back. Because I keep feeling like, don't see it coming. Don't know who. Don't know who it's going to be. Like it's going to be a surprise. Well, I think that's interesting for those of you who are going to be coming back together with somebody from the past that you wouldn't really know who it is. King of Pentacles, but it is somebody mature. It is somebody who is stable. It's somebody who's looking, I think they're established. And like I said, like they're looking to build for the future. They're in the same spot you're in. Whether for those of you who are, this is somebody from your past coming back forward, or for those of you who are meeting somebody new who this connection relates to, this is somebody who is not looking to just date or have a fling. This is somebody who's looking for long-term commitment. They're looking for a life partner to build with. They're looking for stability. They value stability. They're somebody who can build it for themselves, but they would like to build it with somebody else. Interesting. Justice. That's funny what I get with this Justice card. I get pulled back to the to be fair and things coming back into balance. I get pulled back to that everybody's paid their dues. And I think it's both of you. It's both of you have paid your dues. Both of you have been through the ringer with some duds here. That's for sure. And I think you're both getting picky about sort of looking for love and who you're willing to allow in your life now. Because you've had to go through the hard lessons, but I do see looking for love. So you're both open to having love come forward in your life. I keep feeling like, it's weird, whoever this King of Pentacles represents, I do feel like this is the one who's going to reach out to you. I don't feel like you're going to be the one reaching out. I feel like this is somebody who's going to reach out to you. So for those of you who this is somebody from your past, the soulmate connection coming forward, you will receive a message in some way, shape, or form from this person. You will not be the one reaching out. They will actually be the one reaching out to you. High Priestess. And the Eight of Wands. You will know, I'm going to tell you this too, because you're somebody who's intuitive, and I kept getting that in this deep knowing. You will know when this communication comes forward that this is the person. This is the person who this tarot read is talking about. I keep getting like your intuition goes off and like you just know. There's this deep sense of knowing, okay, this is the person. This is that soulmate connection that I was looking for. The Sun. Okay, I do keep getting told that there may be children involved. So I don't know if you have children already, or this person has children, or this represents when the two of you come together, there will be a child, but there is children involved in some way, shape, or form here. Now Four of Cups. And Wheel of Fortune. And you might be looking to have children. You might be looking for that kind of a situation where you can settle down with a partner and have a family. If that's where you're at, that is what this relationship will bring. Because I have that Four of Cups, and I keep feeling longing in this Four of Cups. Longing for something, and it's tied to the Sun card where I kept getting that feel about a child. And the Wheel of Fortune is right next to the Four of Cups. So that is that Wheel of Fortune turning. That will not be true for all of you. But for those of you who that rings true for and that resonates, that will be a piece of this love that comes forward. There will be the option there for children to come into that relationship. Seven of Cups. Ace of Wands. Ten of Swords. I get cards here that are speaking to those of you who are rekindling with someone from your past here too. It was not an easy decision for the two of you to part ways. I keep getting told life circumstance had a part of it. So I don't know if somebody went off to college or somebody got offered a job somewhere to move, or if it was like just circumstance took people away in which one or both of you were starting a new life or had an opportunity to start a new life in a different way. This is part of how you parted ways, the Ten of Swords. But I tell you, it may have been disappointing having that chapter end, but it was one that benefited you guys in the long run for those of you who are coming back together, because it gave you guys a chance to figure life out. It gave you guys a chance to learn your lessons and to come back, right? Because I keep feeling like things were left open. For those of you who are reconnecting with somebody from your past, things were not shut down. It was not like I'll never see you again. I feel like it was left kind of open-ended. And it was for this reason, so that you guys could come back together. Three of Pentacles. Yeah, but you both had lessons to learn so that you would be able to bring them back and get the most out of this relationship and have it be a beautiful love, to have it be a soulmate connection, to have it be a blessing. I'll tell you what I feel in that Judgment card too. I still feel lessons to be learned. I don't feel like it's not like passing judgment. It doesn't feel like passing judgment. What I keep getting from it was life circumstance and perhaps even karmic lessons that had to get learned along the way. Some of these are going to be for you. Some of these are going to be for that person too. And it doesn't matter if you're the one who's reconnecting with somebody from your past, or if for you this is going to be a brand new person in your life. It's the same way. You both had to go through this. You both had to learn these lessons. You both had to figure out what it was you wanted in a partner, what it was you were willing to give, what it was you were not willing to compromise. So you could have that deep sense of yourself and you could offer that to somebody else. And I keep feeling in this Ace of Cups, like it's almost like you guys both came to the same conclusion about what you were looking for in a partner and what you were looking for in a partnership. It's like everything kind of lined up in what you want to give and what you're willing to give and what you're looking to receive. You're not the only one out there who feels this way. This other person went through this too. For those of you who are reconnecting, or for those of you who are meeting somebody new, it's like this is your person. This is the person that you are supposed to be with. Yeah, but you had to do that groundwork. You had to learn those life lessons, to put in the groundwork, to know what an abundant harvest was going to look like. That was part of the groundwork. The two of you would never have had abundance had you met too early. This all had to happen in divine timing. And the Five of Wands. And I will tell you too, because I feel like this is a very important lesson. I don't know if this was one that you learned, that they learned, or both of you learned. Not playing into competitive crap. So one or both of you have had relationships with somebody else who went out of their way to try and make you jealous. To make it so you felt like you had to compete for them with somebody else. This was part of you learning, or them, or both of you, learning your self-worth and your value. And not allowing yourself to be put in a situation like that where you get played against other people. Because you know deep down inside, and you believe in your goodness. And you also know that there's somebody out there who will appreciate that. So you don't have to fight, and you don't have to do this stupid competitive crap and have this worry and play these idiot mind games, because you have that security within yourself and recognizing your own value, and that knowing that there is somebody out there who will recognize that too. And you don't have to do this. You don't have to do this BS. King of Wands. I'll tell you what I feel in this King of Wands too. A lot of times I feel like he's kind of an SOB. I do not get that vibe in this read. And I'll show you this card. This is somebody who I see as sort of letting their past go. Like learning the lessons from it and then just releasing it. Releasing it. It's like he's watching the past burn. He's watching the past burn. He learned his lessons, and now he's releasing it. He's letting it go. 10 of Pentacles. I do feel like this speaks to this energy that's coming forward. Not playing these games again. Somebody who's not looking to play games. Somebody who's not looking to be one of many or not looking to be competition. This is somebody who's looking for one person. They want to commit to one person, and they want to find that one person who wants to commit to them. They're looking for that. This one's looking for forever. This one's a good catch. 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles, looking for legacy, to build legacy with somebody, looking for a family situation. The World card, it is rewards from the universe. Not ones that fall into your lap, not luck. These are ones that are earned through learning lessons, which both of you have done. You guys are both like the World card to each other. You're both like a reward from the universe for paying your dues, which is what I felt in that Justice card too. On the To Be Fair card, Ace of Swords, victory. 3 of Cups, happiness and celebration. Queen of Cups, that love. I gotta tell you, the two of you will be celebrating. This is a relationship that will lead to long-term commitment. This is a relationship that will lead to legacy, that will lead to a committed relationship, that might lead to a marriage with that 3 of Cups here, with that happiness and celebration. Lots of things to celebrate. And I keep feeling this when this person contacts you, when you meet, there's something about the way you guys are going to talk that you're going to know this is who it is. You're going to know this is the one. For those of you who, like I said, this is someone from your past, they will be the one reaching out and making contact with you. And as you get talking again, you're just going to know, okay, divine timing has come into play. We've been brought back together. This is my person. This is my soulmate. This is meant to be. For those of you who are meeting something new, there's going to be something about the way this person is. I can feel your energy and your emotions. I can't quite hear what you're thinking. I can't quite grasp the words, but I get the feeling behind it while you guys are talking. And it's just like, it just keeps ticking off your boxes. Like their sense of humor, the things that they're talking about, and you're just like intrigued, interested. It just pulls you in. It pulls you in. You want to know more about this person. You want to have a deeper connection. You want to get to know them. It's just this feeling of being pulled towards them because you guys have that soul connection. So it doesn't matter if this is an old person coming back or if this is somebody new. For those of you who this read resonates with, this is your person. This is your soulmate, and this is the one who you are supposed to be with and have a life with. Page of Pentacles, 2 of Wands. I gotta tell you, in this Page of Pentacles, I feel somebody who chooses carefully who they give to. So you have this pentacle ready. This pentacle is kind of like your love. It's kind of like your love. It's kind of like your heart, looking for that connection with somebody else. And you're just sitting there and you got it. You got it held and you're like deciding, okay, so it's ready. So when this love comes forward, I have everything ready and I can give this to somebody. But the 2 of Wands is still waiting. So you're waiting for this right person to come your way. The Knight of Wands, no players, please. 9 of Wands, I'm going to tell you. We got Knight of Wands and the 9 of Wands. No players. No players need to apply. No players welcome. Not putting up with it. No frickin' thank you. You have more of this Empress energy now, which is that higher vibrational energy. So that does not necessarily mean that this read is for a woman. This read could be for a man, but it is that energy that's gone through a process of healing and personal growth and has built abundance within themselves and for themselves. This is someone who's very comfortable in their own skin. Like I said, high vibrational. I'm waiting for that person to come who meets their vibration. 10 of Wands, released burdens. You've released a whole lot of burdens along the way and sort of learning for yourself. You don't carry that heaviness anymore. And you know what? I don't think they do either, because as I keep getting pulled back to this King of Wands and sort of like watching the past go. All those experiences, I've taken my lessons and now I'm releasing the rest of it because I don't need to carry around any negative emotions about things from the past. A Chariot card just looking for positive movement forward. And I'll tell you this too, this 9 of Swords, a lot of times this represents sort of worry. Worry, anxiety, fear, depression. I keep getting told in this card that you've released worries too. I keep getting told, you don't worry. You don't worry about this piece of things. And that's part of you finding this inner peace within yourself and finding this self-confidence, is this trust that the right person will come and you will be able to recognize who they are and you will be ready to open your heart up to them when they do show up. I just don't feel worry. I don't feel fear. I don't feel like, oh my God, I'm worried about being alone forever. I don't feel like you feel that. You're confident in yourself now. You're comfortable with being independent. Queen of Wands, Emperor. See, we got the Empress and the Emperor. That's that soulmate connection. That soulmate connection coming forward. You will attract this person in. That's why whether this is somebody new or somebody old, they will be the one making contact. I feel their energy coming towards you, not your energy going towards them. And it's not that you're blocking them out or not pursuing or being open to love. I just feel like that's the way it happens. This person gets drawn to your energy. This person's the one who makes the contact. Whether it's somebody from your past reaching back out or somebody new, they find their way to you. They can feel you're not afraid and looking for fear. They can feel that you're happy and confident and comfortable in your own skin and okay with being independent. It's part of what pulls them in, that attitude of not being worried. And there's an openness about you that I can feel in your energy because you are open to a new love coming forward, or you're open to having love come into your life. They actually feel that too. Because other people can feel when we're blocked off or when we're closed off and we're not having it. And it tends to push everything away. It pushes away the bad, but it pushes away the good too. This is not where you're at. You're at a place where you feel safe to be open because you know you're smart enough to handle whatever comes your way and you're tough enough to handle whatever comes your way. So you have no fear and you have no worry. And you have this openness. And it allows them to feel your energy and to draw them in. Alrighty guys, that's your read. Have a great day.